Just saw this. Maze kind of alerted me to it. I'm doing my exercises. It's real icy on the trails. So I'm basically pacing my basement. We don't have a treadmill yet. We don't have an elliptical. So you're basically wandering around my basement, your basement with me, which is, it's neither here nor there. I'm just glad I have a phone that I can actually talk to you guys and listen to music and listen to YouTubes while I get a workout in. Gonna do legs after. Anyway, Maze alerted me to this, that the Fire Gina freaks are back causing trouble, and Mecca Random was like, we must retaliate. This kind of goes with the issue I had already talked about a few hours ago about how women of a certain ilk, left wing, socialist, crappy females, will not defend women who don't follow the rules, their hive mind, as it were. And Gina Carano, it knows her own mind. She thinks what she thinks. She says what she says. She does what she does. She has come up in a sport, MMFA fighting, or MMA fighting, and sports are a meritocracy. Meritocracies are necessarily character builders. You do not get participation trophies in a true sport, like MMA fighting, like football when it's actually football, like in, and I'm bringing up Army Navy game. That's a real football game, okay? Probably the only one that's out there anymore because the NFL sucks so bad. Sports is supposed to be a meritocracy. And so she's got a different way of thinking, okay? She's got a different way of looking at the world because of what she's lived, okay? Nothing is granted free. You aren't given a free ride. You are not given a free anything in this world. There's nothing free in this world, okay? And the fact that she asks questions annoys the shit out of these people. Why? Because she's not following their rules. And their rules are, you must be in lockstep with our narrow-minded bigotry, our narrow-minded approach to the world. You must hate what we hate, love what we love. Not that I think an SJW, like the ones I was bitching at before, are capable of any of that. I don't think they're selfless enough to love anything or anybody, except for maybe their dogs, but even I wonder about their dogs. Most of these people are cat ladies, so, it's really kind of different and sad to see them attack Gina Carano because she doesn't follow their rules. They tried to bully her into silence or acquiescence over fucking pronouns on her Twitter bio. She told them no and mocked them. They're not used to a fellow female mocking them. You must comply. Gina's like, up yours. And hey, Senator Dave. And that's the bottom line, and they can't stand it. So what do we got here? We've got them going after Gina again. I follow her on Instagram. She posts some pretty not provocative things, but of course, if you're an SJW and a little goose stepper, you're gonna be mad at her for posting these things. But having questions about why are we still locked down? Why are we wearing masks? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? It is not racist. It is not sexist. It is not homophobic. It is not any of that. Okay? Not putting pronouns in your fucking Twitter bio doesn't make you anti-trans. Okay? All right? It just, they're virtue signaling, and that's all it is fake bullshit. And that's what it is. But they want everybody to follow their fake bullshit. But I guarantee you, if she was woke like Pedro Pascal, they would kiss her ass. They would be kissing her ass. All right? But she's not. So, like me and Mecca, Anna, that Star Wars girl, Lorena Creel, Jane Theory, and Jesse Milestone, they're attacking because we're not in lockstep with their bullshit. So they want Gina fired. And I'm going to tell them something. One of these days, they're going to wake up in the morning, look at their Twitter account, and find out they can only tweet 5 things a day. The rest of the time, it's going to be like $1, $1.50, $2, maybe $5 a tweet after. They have to pay for it. Or the premium service will be, $10 a month. How many of these people that get on Twitter and attack Gina and everybody else, by the way, hey, Daz, are going to be able to tweet like they have been? Guys, you're watching the last gasp of that company. They're not going to be able to keep this up. They basically said, the Hill article yesterday basically said they're trying to paraphrase, fortify their finances. They don't have any money. They're not making any money in their ads. Twitter is a terrible platform for that. And it was a great platform for, people to just talk about art and music and movies and have fun with. And then the woke assholes appeared and they were attacking, oh yeah, hey, the Gospel According to Mark with the C is on. Yo, my friend. I'm going to give them hell. And they're just not going to be able to afford it. They're really not. I mean, so they're attacking Gina. Okay. And what happens when they're this forum for bully Nazism, which is what they are. They're bully Nazis. What are they going to do when it goes away? Because it is. All right? Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, they just said, lost $17 billion himself. That is a lot of money. Let me put it in this context. If I had $17 billion, I would have a social media platform for all of you guys. We could all be there. We could talk about whatever we wanted. And trolls, the rule would be if someone's trolling you, harassing you over politics, or what have you, report and block. If someone's bullying you, there's fighting words, leave it alone. If they get to the point where they're making threats, then we'll handle it. Like Parler. Okay? $17 billion. Let's put it this way. I would be not living, and I love my house, but I wouldn't be living here. We still have to get this basement fixed. And I do want an elliptical machine. I don't like having to work out like this. But it's still icy outside, and the dog, he still pulls really, really hard. He weighs 91 pounds. I weigh 134. And let's put it this way. No good can come of that if he pulls me over. Okay? Because he pulls hard. All right? Now, if we had $17 billion, I would have a giant yard and I'd just say, get out of here. Or there'd be horseback riding trails and I'd just be like, taking the horses out, going for a ride, taking the dogs with me. And that would be it. $17 billion. He lost $17 billion. Christ's sakes. I'm like, I'd be happy with 500 million of that. I'd be happy with 1 million of that. Can you imagine? Oh my God. But back to Gina. So these assholes are back on Twitter. I haven't seen them on Instagram, but I only follow her posts, and I don't really see what other people are saying to her. And the reason simply is this: I do not want to get into it there. Because it's just not worth it. And I already get into it with Ray Lowe's and Star Wars sequel trilogy fans there. And it's not like really conducive to just screwing around and having fun, all right? Which is basically, I mean, after what Doomcock reported today, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let's just put it this way. Snoke is gone. All right? Snoke is gone. I pulled out of Twitter permanently after they banned President Trump because I was like, you know what? They just banned the President of the United States. Who the flying fuck do they think they are? You know, I don't, if Obama posted something, I had him muted. I blocked him. I didn't follow him. There are ways of avoiding people you don't like on Twitter. And my God, people could actually use that and they wouldn't have to see it. But it's just really interesting how this is shaking out now. Twitter's in trouble. What was it? The Twitter and Facebook combined lost $50 billion. And now it's Mark Zuckerberg lost 17 billion himself. But part of it, the reason why they're doing so badly is because they allow left-wing feminazis bully the shit out of people. And if you complain or if you go after them, you get banned, you get suspended, you get put in a timeout. All you have to do is look at the tweets and go, God, this person was merely defending themselves from this. How many of us, and I'm talking about the girls, how many of us girls have had death threats? I mean, have had threats of violence? Because we didn't like a movie? And then of course you got the feminazis not coming to our aid because, the sisterhood only exists if you kiss their asses and do what they want you to do, which is absolute goddamn bullshit on steroids, okay? I don't comply. I will not comply. And I feel the same way that Gina does, okay? They can't do anything about her. She's literally, I think, the most popular character in The Mandalorian after Baby Yoda. I mean, and people love her. And what's funny is that they love her too. And they don't want anybody to know. Because, oh my God, how could they be seen in public? How could they be seen in public? Liking somebody who may or may not be a Trump voter. Whom she's never ever mentioned. By the way, all right, so retaliation, how do you retaliate? Well, you find out who was tweeting and retweeting, and I gotta be honest, a lot of those are bots. Somebody has like 100 accounts, they set it up, they all say the same thing, press a button, voila, you've got Fire Gina Carano trending again. That's how it works. It's phony as fuck. I think what I find amusing is that Disney actually behaves like this shit is real. What? Like Twitter is actually a really good marketing place to find out what the fans really think. You're better off going to Facebook, checking your Facebook pages, Disney Star Wars, going to Instagram, going here on YouTube. Okay. Twitter is a bastion of garbage. It is a dumpster fire. Now, back when it began, Andrew Breitbart, one of my heroes, basically was like, he was all for Twitter because it gave people a chance to immediately respond to things. And it gave people a chance to actually kind of, not so many words to talk about issues, but it was, you could bring issues out. Like, when he brought down Anthony Weiner, you know how that happened? Somebody on Twitter happened to catch Weiner sending naked pictures of himself to a girl. So they send it in a private chat, in private to Andrew. Andrew was like, holy shit. So he held on to it. He investigated. And, well, Anthony Weiner ended up having to leave Congress. And divorce his wife, I think. I think they're back together again, though. But it's one of the things about Twitter that seemed to be good. And now we're back to, and who was it that was talking about, was it yesterday? I can't remember, but someone said when Tumblr kind of shut down a lot of the crap, all of the Tumblrinas showed up on Twitter, and that's when it went, it was Clumfish TV who was talking about this. All the Tumblrinas showed up on Twitter and ruined it. It's like, no, I remember getting really sick, disgusting, perverted shit from bullies on Twitter years ago, like in 2012. So, the idea that Twitter wasn't always a cesspool is wrong. It was less of a cesspool back then, and you could actually get justice. I got a lot of really bad people banned for being for threats, for making threats, and it was at least we could get justice. Now it's like, if you're not woke and you even hint that you're not following the fascist goose steppers, you're the one that gets banned, which is, it's unconstitutional, it's un-American, it goes against kind of what social media is for, So I kind of go, whatever. And now they're going after Gina, and they've been relentless for months. And I really think when it all shakes out, that they will end up not being happy, because there's such thing as karmic blowback. And karmic blowback, spiritual blowback, whatever you want to call it, as a Catholic, I don't necessarily believe in karma, but I do believe there's something to, if you throw it out in the universe, it comes back at you. All right? I do believe that. And these people who are torturing her will end up, oh yeah, I agree, Sutta Dave. These people will end up not being happy. Twitter's, like I said, I'm looking at the news reports, I'm looking at the Hill article. They're going to start charging per tweet or charging subscriptions. Who's going to want to pay for Twitter Prime so you can get an edit button? Why? And more on the Ichibaka thing. Apparently, there's a guy who's anonymous, and I think it is Pablo, just by the way the fucker talks, who's kind of trying to start a fight with me. He doesn't understand. I don't fucking fight fair, dude. Okay? So, if you go over there, I know they do it. I know they do it, EZO. Because she doesn't have fucking pronouns in her bio. Do you know how fucking stupid that is? Anybody just want to grab one of these people by the throat, throw them up against the wall and say, do you know how fucking dumb you look? Do you know how stupid you look? She doesn't have pronouns in her bio. She's transphobe. That is out. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. That is the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. You know, I have a trans friend who just got the surgery. She doesn't have pronouns in her bio. Is she a transphobe? No. But why doesn't she have her Twitter bio filled with pronouns? Because she thinks it's stupid. It's stupid. But fire Gina Carano because of that. You know, people are starving. People are losing their jobs. Countries, the world itself is in pretty rough shape right now because of COVID. But let's spend all of our time on goddamn Twitter worried about who has fucking pronouns in their bio. I mean, wrap your minds around the logic of that, okay? Because it is unfathomably stupid to be sitting there worried about shit like that when we've got Iran, creating nuclear, going back to trying to create a bomb. North Korea suddenly is rearing its head again, screaming about our feckless asshole fake president. And then of course, we've got governors who just can't let go of the power they've co-opted over fucking COVID. And people are losing their jobs. Pipeline workers are losing their jobs. There's a massive fucking disconnect between being worried about a goddamn Twitter bio without any pronouns and reality. This is why, oh God, it's frustrating to me that we have to live in a time with these people. There's something to the words, they've had too much. They've never been through anything. They don't understand reality. They live all their lives on this thing. Okay? They have absolutely no idea what reality in the real world's all about. All right? So they worry about Twitter bios not having pronouns. And they go after people like Gina Carano, who is like, I don't even know what they're talking about. And why do they care? I want one of them who's more rational to show up here and explain why it's so goddamn important. More important than anything. The most important fucking thing in the whole world. Among the millions of more important things. Why is this? Twitter pronouns in a Twitter bio is more important than jobs, economic security, the national debt, Iran with the nuclear bomb. All right? I want someone to get me to believe. You want to know why they won't come on here? They're scared shitless because they won't be able to win the argument, and they know it. Yeah, but again, that doesn't convince me, Revan. That doesn't make me a believer. I mean, that doesn't make me want to go to war. All right? I mean, my attitude is represent this. That's hey, you know what? That's my attitude. I just get so tired of this crap. I can't, I'm like, why are we even talking about this again? And I'll tell you, well, Senator Dave, if Israel does that, all hell's gonna break loose. And there's a reason why the Trump administration reached out to the Arab League, the Arab states, to get these peace deals with Israel because of Iran. Iran and the rest in the Arab states now, the Iranians are not Arab, they're Persian. And Saudi Arabia, the breadbasket of Islam, hate each other. They hate each other. And it's a very strange mix. We've got the Jewish state with a bunch of Muslim Arab states, but they're all scared shitless. All right? And I know that Israel has free fly space of free airspace over Saudi Arabia if they have to go. We know that per some news reports that came out with me going that the Mossad basically runs free all over Iran. Okay, so whatever's going to happen is, and there's, like I said, the peace deals President Trump made had worked on were the foundation of something that would stop this before it started. And now we've got demented Beijing Biden because our Congress wouldn't stand up for the voters who are disenfranchised, and that is what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna finish my walk here. I've not been on too long, but I kind of wanted to jump in because someone has to come and explain to me why pronouns in a Twitter bio is more important than that, what I just talked about. Peace in the Middle East. I really would like that if someone did that, Oh, I see an Iran conflict with everybody. I mean, they would go after us, try to go after us. They try to go after Israel. But I see it not lasting very long, to be honest. But again, I gotta go. I want to finish my walk, and I'm just, they're back bothering Gina again. So anyway, just if you're on Twitter, show her some support. Maybe we could chase some of these fuckers off of Twitter once. Go after them wherever you find them. They need to fuck themselves. Anyway, I'll see you around the galaxy, guys. Take it easy.